Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome. This is basically a surprise stream. I wasn't sure if I wanted going to do it, and I'm a little bit short on time for the afternoon. So you know what? I thought to myself, let's go live and see what happens. And so what this stream is all about? It's more like talking about, of course, comics, but more also indie comics on Indiegogo that I think could be interesting or maybe need some extra eyes or campaigns that is closing out and maybe you want to jump on board. Um, that will be cool if you maybe forgetting, some certain campaigns that you say, oh Jesus Christ, I need to back that. Well, you can do that. So I got some comics that I want to talk about. Some mainstream comics. First one is Ragnarok by Walter Simonson, and I this was a surprise for me. And why? Because I didn't know the character at all. I only know that Walter Simonson was a big part of that. And in the beginning, I was not a big fan of years ago when he did Four. I was not a big fan of Walter Simonson, and but I grew to like his work more and more. And then I picked up the hardcover. This is the third one, by the way, volume 3, Breaking of Helheim. But I got the first one, and I loved it immediately. It was totally different than the 4 because this is about a zombie 4 or something, and it's freaking great, and it's way different than Marvel's 4. Highly recommend it. The art is phenomenal. I probably think this is one of his best, if not the best, work that he has done. Well, it's something like this. This Walt Simonson. You know his work if you know who Walt Simonson is. It's freaking fantastic. I already got one watcher. Let me double check. Who is there? You know what? Give me a second. Comments. Who's watching me? I'm going. You know what? I'm going to my own website. Dark Side is Comics. YouTube. People throw something in the chat as well. What am I doing? I got my computer here next to me when I'm doing this on the laptop. I'm crazy. Just give me a second. Yeah. Okay. F5. Here we go. Live. Good. Yeah. Okay. F5. So, what I have more is I buy sometimes mainstream comics, and this is Dynamite with a cover of Arthur Soydam. I'm gonna take it out of the bag. Here we go. Yes, this is it. And it's just like Marvel Zombies, but then with the Dynamite characters. Art is cool, not super spectacular, but it's cool, and it has different stories weaving into one. People dying, resurrected again as zombies, etc. It's really cool. Nothing special, by the way. The problem with Dynamite Comics for me is that comics like hey, Ray Maeve, how you doing, man? Hope you are okay. The problem with Dynamite Comics is that when I pick up, well, not me, but when I reading a Red Sonja comic or a Vampirella comic, there's a lot of lack of backgrounds. They are just using, I think, 3D models or Google SketchUp. They're drawing the main character in front with some doodles in the back, and then they use a lot of Photoshop and colors and other stuff to muffle it all up. And I think that's terrible because you pay, how much is this one? I believe $5. Let me double check. Why is there no price tag on it? Strange. Well, Sacred 6, it's $3.99, also from Dynamite. It's way better. As you can see here, there's backgrounds, there is detail, there's more stuff going on, and it's about 6 women coming together, and those 6 women are Vampirella, Draculina, Penta, Nyx, Chastity, Lilith, and well, that's it. By what's the writer again? Christopher Priest. And Christopher Priest is actually a very good writer, in my humble opinion. It's a little bit too light in here. Just give me a second. Is this better? Yeah, because I'm renovating, so I got a lot of stuff in my room that it's a mess. Also, what I've got, I just made a review. I'm gonna load it up later today. It's Machine Girl and the Space Invaders. This was a weird one for me, by the way. Check the video, then you all know about it. And then I have probably one of my favorite mainstream comics is Big Girl 5. Is this how you do it? The problem is I cannot read it because I haven't got 4 yet, because I'm buying these comics from a website in the UK. It's called, why am I forgetting? Forbidden Planet. It's a great website. It's an online comic shop, and the problem with the website is that if one issue is not there anymore, they have to reorder it. But also, sometimes you are waiting months for an issue that you are still want, because you have issue 1, issue 2 is sold out. Then you get issue 3 and 4, but you can basically read it. Well, you can, but you miss issue 2, and sometimes they don't get the issue at all. And yeah, well, that's a problem. So so if you buy their comics, you need to be sure that you know. Mostly, I'm hesitating to buy, like, say, a certain comic, because there's sometimes a cover that I want, because the main cover is not doing it for me, and there is a alternate cover, like with this. This is also an alternate cover. This is the zombie cover with Arthur Soydam, and he did Marvel Zombies, by the way. The cover's and it looks fantastic. And so I'm lucky I get this. But if you are waiting too long and it's sold out, then yeah, you're tough luck. So, but the problem is that Forbidden Planet doesn't always show the alternate cover, because it's a pre-order. And if you take a risk and you pre-order a comic, and then basically you don't want like the cover, well, you pre-order it, but you can, or always you can cancel it. But the problem is also, so there's an issue 1 with the normal cover, but the issue 2 free. Now I'm saying that wrong. Cover. So issue 1 is cover A, the normal cover. But cover B, cover C, cover D, if there is one, they are not showing it. So what I'm going to do is let's say I'm going to wait, because I want to know what I'm buying. For instance, there's a lot of covers that looks great, alternate covers, but there's also shit covers. So I'm not going to do that anymore. But yeah, forbiddenplanet.com. It's very affordable. You can ask also a subscription there, and then you get cheaper comics. This is not me promoting them, although, well, I'm saying I'm promoting it now. But it's if you want to have new comics, and you have trouble to have a local comic shop. From where I live, the Netherlands, all comic shops are dead or closed, and if they are open, they are not getting new comics. So that's the reason that I buy overseas. So what I wanted to do is show you some Indiegogo comics as well. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to share. Let's see if I can do that. Just give me a second. I'm working from my laptop. No, that's not it. Sharing. Here is it. Share screen. Yes, that's me. Sharing. And then we go to, let's go to my campaign first. So as you can see here, Blackheart Manor, we have 115 backers. So this is in euros. If I go here, we got almost $5,000, which is cool. This is like my first project, and it's a horror comic, 40 pages. I think you will really like it. It's a magazine style, so it's bigger, and it's still in demand. And there's an update that the artist has, has a new house, so he needs to move. So probably we gonna not fulfill in this month, but probably the next, because Gilly, who is the campaign holder, did an update about why it's probably the people get the books a little bit later. So sorry for that. I don't have any control over that. So Blackheart Manor, still on Indiegogo. Baggett's, it's great. Then we go to this one, Speed of Light #1, black and white sci-fi anthology issues. I just give it a quick look. I don't know what it is, but the cover is really attractive, and I think that's the main focus of people who want to searching Indiegogo and say, hey, sexy women, cool colors, great art, let's dive into the campaign. And that's a very smart strategy. It's already is being funded with 20 days left, so that's cool. I have no idea what this comic is about. I only see that is, I'm scrolling it. So it's a 72-page square bound. I don't know. That's a good idea, because the more you put in pages you put in a comic, and you do. Oh no! I'm saying that wrong. No, that's a good. I mean, I was confused with Saddle Stitch. No, this is square bound. So that's good. So how many? 72 pages ongoing. So it's an anthology, and that means there are different artists and different stories. And it looks cool. Looks really good. I love black and white. My next project will be black and white too. Free. So as you can see, different stories. This art looks really good. Hunters Prey by Martinez and Arias. Yeah, I'm intrigued. Lots of sci-fi stuff. I love that. Looks great too. This as well. But this, look at that, man. Looks cool. There's only one problem. Let me double check. Second. Hey, David. How you doing, man? Yeah, you say it's going to be an ongoing anthology, and so as the artist says, Speed of Light is going to be a heavy metal magazine with sci-fi stories. Oh, okay, cool. Nice. I didn't know that. So, and you get a print, day one print. The only thing that I don't personally like, but that's my personal opinion, of course, because all opinions are personal. It's 8 stories by different creators. So, meaning if you have 72 pages, there is 10 pages per story. Could be cool, but at the other hand, there's always a risk. You have to cram up a story in 10 pages, and some people cannot do that very well. I cannot do it, probably because I like to tell a story, and I like to expand. I want to explain. I want to show. So 10 pages. I think I have a lot of difficulty to create that. Not sure. I never done that before, but I must say I'm intrigued. I'm maybe gonna back it just to know what's going on, and how much is it for the normal. So you get the RoboCop, you get so for $20, 70 euros in our country. That's not really expensive for 72 pages. That's really cheap, by the way. Okay, well that's. I got my account setting on my computer. Then we have Koi Wolf, Spirit of the Koi Wolf. What's a Koi Wolf? A young Native American discovers her inner Koi Wolf ability as he fights off cartel and corruption, by Gabriel Hernandez. This is a new comic. I'm not going to read it all, but the problem is with this campaign for me, this is what you see. There is no artwork displayed here. There is some, text, what you can get, what this is all about. So basically, you have to I think. Let me. Whoa, that's a little bit loud. And Jesus Christ, the 6 many. Let me. This is more than 6 minutes long. That is way too long for a trailer. Oh. Okay, yeah. So there's a lot of explaining. I know why. I don't know why people do that. You know, the first thing, if I'm gonna open a page, I want to see the comic. I want to see what it's all about. I want to see art, and then later stretch goals. When you go, to, for instance, go to Kickstarter, that's probably mostly the other way around. You see a lot of stretch goals and perks and people introducing themselves, and then mostly, not always, but mostly on the bottom of the comic, then you see the art. That's for me that's a big no-no. If I go onto a page, I want to see what I'm getting. I don't want to see the stretch goals. I don't want to see people talking about, hey, I'm me, and I've 10 years experience working that, and I did this and I did that. No, that to me, I'm sorry, but that doesn't interest me at all. I want to see what I'm getting. And then maybe I'm going to research who these people are, where they're coming from, and what they are doing, to get get me more excited. But I don't want, people are telling me, etc., and what they are doing, and that's not what I want. I'm not sure if these guys doing, so I'm, basically generalizing now. So let's give it a shot. Maybe I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong.
Dave reading our first comic that's been long overdue. Koi Wolf Spirit of the Koi Wolf. I have to say, guys, I met Bert 6 months ago through his wife, and she pretty much played him up to me. This guy's a Dallas Cowboys graphic artist.
Yeah, all this is her fault.
I was just like, wow. I was like, really? So here I am working on a 5-8-page comic. All along, I have a business partner, and her husband's a freaking amazing artist, as we'll show you guys more.
Okay.
More
skipping.
Art
and you and I creatively just gelled. And
so basically, they are juggling. More talking.
Fights crime.
So this, if I go, it's more talking. So
book 2 and have book 3 out.
Okay, let's go back to the beginning. So cover, interior art, and a little bit of interior art, and that's it. This doesn't do it for me at all. I mean, the art looks good for what I see, but I don't want to, listen to 6 minutes or 5 minutes to guys, talking about it. That's not for me. I'm not feeling it. Maybe you guys. Exactly, David. Rio Maeve, love the Speed of Light cover. This reminds me of Cyberpunk. There's a new comic coming along. I read. Looking forward to that as well. Yeah. So let's go back to StreamYard. Okay. So, okay, let's go back. First, I'm gonna stop sharing. David, tell me what you think, man. Tell me what you think. It's not doing that for me. I mean, I'm gonna show you a page that is really good, and it's closing out soon. It's She, Heiko. I'm not really a fan of She, but the more I read that because She is, of course, by Billy Tucci, and Billy Tucci is a really nice guy, by the way. And I wasn't, when he produced in the mainstream comics, that I wasn't more of a She guy, or that I bought some crossovers, but it didn't do it for me. And I missed the first campaign. This is the second, by the way. And I talked to a friend of mine who is really a Billy Tucci fan, and basically he made a really good deal for me, and I get both books. So yeah, it's gonna be fun. So I'm gonna show you how a campaign really should be. But before I do that, Ryan Maeve says, "Yeah, I don't like that either. Too much talk, lol." And it says, "Hey, Solion, I have high standards. I cannot. I know. I just, I'm, if you're going to crowdfunding, you producing a comic that people need to pay a lot of money, because normally a comic like I said, this one is $4, and you have, I don't know, 32 pages, I guess. But then if you it doesn't matter how many pages, but if you're going to do a crowdfunding, then people need to pay more, because it's probably a couple of guys or girls do that, producing the comic, and then so everything is more expensive. But then you need to sell your comic as much as can in a very positive way. What I don't want is listen to guys talking, praising themselves. Hey, I know this guy from there, and we talked, and we are friends, and then we collaborated. And then you can do that, but do it after you launch the campaign. Go on streams and then talk about your history with each other. How did you meet each other? What is the idea? Why do a crowdfunding campaign? Why on Indiegogo? Why not on Kickstarter? Etc. What is your goal, etc. Something like that. And what's more? Hey, good morning. Yeah, it's still morning. Okay, nice. People are here in the chat. I hope you have a great day, by the way. This is my last day off. Then I'm going to work tomorrow again. But hey, back to the comics. I'm going to share a couple of other comics that I want to show you. Some new, some old, some I think needs to get more eyes. So let's dive into it, right? Just going to share the screen again. Sharing. Solana says no bullshit policy. Yes, no bullshit at all. Just go straight to for the kill, man. If you do a comic, just show people what you are getting. Stop talking. So first one, like I said, she $120,000. Well, that's euros, by the way. It's not good. 144,752 for this beautiful comic by Billy and Deborah Tucci. They are very successful. They are not really Comicsgate, but they are. I think there are more in between, and they have earned the right to crowdfund on both platforms, because Billy is neutral. What he is doing is very good. He is very professional. He's doing this for years and years, since the 90s or maybe early. I'm not entirely sure. He worked for Marvel, I think. He did a lot of DC work, his own IP. He has a lot of credits on his. He's doing a lot of things through the years. So, and he also, I heard that he has a deal with Netflix. There's going to be a She movie or a TV series, something like that. I'm not entirely sure. So here we go. This campaign is closing soon. They are going to the printers right now. You get a lot of shit. Look at that. Prints, trading cards, more trading cards, expanded from 56 to 64. Pins, magnets, and this is the last one. A nice trading card. I got the art is phenomenal, by the way. It's about the daughter of She, and she is in trouble. Well, not she, but She. It's H-E-I. Oh God. And it looks phenomenal. The colors are spectacular. It really pops, and the art is phenomenal. Look at that. Skeletons. Skeletons is always good, and I love the Japanese lore. And I got this is her daughter, by the way. Looks great. I got the. Can I see the perk? Where is it? This is the rough cut. This is the whatchamacallit cover. This is the glow in the dark. Cool. This is the normal cover. Looks great as well. I got this one, the Cake Crusher edition. And I thought first, oh, this is just a photo and with shopping. But no, this is actually a painted art. And I really love this. So I got the Great Crusher edition. It's limited. And so yeah, if you want to have this book, it's closing out, so probably it's going to be shipped next month. So yeah, be there or be square. It's like what people say, right? Or is that not a thing anymore? So Aaron, it's a good. I just found out the NECA, N-E-C-A. What's that? Released a Defender of the Earth line, and I have a soft spot for the character The Phantom, the movie with Billy Zane, or that one in Italy. Oh, okay, I know that movie. Yeah, Billy Zane. That's a long time ago. Great. He's a bold actor now. He's funny. So then we have Babylon Working, issue 3. No Sleep Press is putting a lot of campaigns out. I heard some questionable things. I mean, the art is really good, by the way. The story is intriguing, and I believe this is an ongoing series, or maybe a 5-issue miniseries. Let's see. 32 pages, mature readers, single third issue of a series. Okay, so this is the art. Love the art, by the way. It's really cool. No, that's what people want, right? Sexy women, science fiction, explosions, and stuff. Looks great. The problem that I heard, sexy prince, it's for Ryu. Hey, Red Gates is in the house. How you doing, man? Yo, yo, he says. Welcome. Aren't you sleeping? I mean, it's 12, almost 12 where I live. Or are you just waking up? I mean, there's an 8-hour difference between you and my country, Red, isn't it? I'm not sure. Or you are late. I want to say late bloomer. That's not the case. So yeah, I heard that he is the person who is with No Sleep Press. I'm not sure he was the only one doing this, but he's very late. Now, I'm saying that wrong. That people are not getting their books or damaged books, or I don't know. There's some shenanigans going on, but I think this is an interesting title for those who want it. Not for me at this point. I'm trying to plan my comics a little bit differently lately, because if I buy issue 1, then I have to buy the shipping cost, and issue 2 shipping cost, issue 3 shipping cost, etc., etc. So I wait for everything's complete, then I backed it in one go with one shipping cost, and then it saves me a lot of money. That's how I do it lately, unless I really, really want to have that comic. So what do we have more? Red says, oh, wait a minute. Soul Lion says, NECA is a toy company. They made a lot of Predator figures and also horror movies like Friday the 13th and Evil Dead. Really? Okay. That sounds interesting. And Red says, just waking up, getting ready for work. Nice. Also, respect to Mr. Officer. Who's Mr. Officer? Did I miss something? Or is it Mr. Solar? Okay, that's yeah. And David says, I got Graveyard Shift free all in one to save one shipping. That's a good deal, man. That's how you do it. Shadowbind, a second chance, 2 hardcover sets. This is from our friends from Clownfish Studios. Well, I said our friends, I've never met them, but Clownfish is a really fun. Those are man and wife, by the way. It's with Neon and with Geeky Sparkles, and they are very fun. They have a YouTube channel doing very well. They are also, not. They say they are left-leaning, but they are against cancel culture, against social justice warriors, and they are actually a very funny duo. Clownfish TV is the name of the YouTube channel. You should check that out. They have some really interesting topics, and they say what they are thinking. They are very open and especially geeky. She's a firecracker. I love her. So this is, I think, an older comic that they did years ago, and they wanted to reintroduce it. And they are already, Jesus Christ, how many? $44,000? Oh my God, that's crazy. And there's 22 days left. So I believe this is more of a children's book, and is this pocket format? Is that how you say it? It's not bad. It's not for me, but I wanted to show it because, well, I think we need more of this kind of comics. We need more diverse comics, and I don't speak about skin tone or color. That's not interesting. It's more like have comics for everyone, and that's I think that's important. It looks cool for children, I guess. If this is a children, maybe an all ages book. I think this is an all ages book, and art looks cool for that setting, for that what they are going for. I mean, some nice colors and some humor as well. Yeah, check it out if you like these comics. And like I said, people from Clownfish, really nice people. Check out their YouTube to get a more feel of who they are. I'm glad they're doing crowdfunding. Yeah, it's already prints, bookmarks. It's already done. Reseller packs, so it's going to be probably a retail version as well. Then what I wanted to show you more is a campaign that needs more eyes, in my opinion, and that's Shotgun Samurai. 200 pages, black and white, glorious Shotgun Samurai action. I mean, it's here at, well, less than $4,000. He has some days left, 27 days, but I think this should be higher. I mean, this is a young guy or a young man who is doing this, I believe, all by himself. And it looks really fun. 200 pages, by the way, that's a lot. It's a manga style graphic novel. So that means it's going to be also a pocket edition, or is it really a normal graphic novel? I'm not entirely sure. So we have different covers. Looks great. Looks really cool. Oh, wait a minute. It's brand new artwork by manga star mangaka Odi and comics gate writer Joe Ball. Oh, that's the art. Okay. Then with this is the art. So a samurai with a shotgun. I have never seen that before. Going back a little bit to the chat. Solan says, Mr. Offers is the nickname Carla gave me because I was the first moderator on the channel. She sometimes emphasizes it by adding the voice of the law. What does that mean? So you are basically the chief in town at certain channels. You are the big boss. You are the guy with the whip. I need to be careful with you, man. Cool. So, my friend. More art here and some sensor-friendly go-go. Nice perspective. Cool art. Like I said, it's a samurai. It's in some kind of, we have a lot of ninjas. So is this in modern era or is it some kind of feudal Japan? I'm not entirely sure because, well, in feudal Japan, they don't have shotguns. 97% complete. Cool. Then we have some introductions. I like this, by the way, that people know who these people are. You can put this also in a comic, but it's nice to, tell a story and a little bit more in the campaign, introducing the characters. What do you get? Trading cards, shotgun. And this is Tofu Strikes trading card. I love this one because it's from our friend, Miriam, and she's such an amazing artist. She's doing Bonds, The Drive. Check that out on Indiegogo. It's great. Also, Red is involved in that as well. So follow them on Twitter. Follow them on YouTube. They are great people. He says here, let me double check. Get the special Tofu card by Comicsgate Hotshot Miriam, artist of For Bonds. Get this eye-catching. Yeah, great. Eye-catching. There goes the eye by eye. Look at how vicious that looks. Looks great. Can I make this bigger? Let me double check. New tablet. No, unfortunately not. So no, that's too bad. But the trading card looks spectacular. It's really good. And this one as well. This is by very artist Donkey Madness and colors by Farah. Thanks to the backers, we unlocked a foil background for this card. Nice. And then we have Jose Garcia art. Yes, this is my new favorite comics gate or indie artist. I asked him to do a commission for me. You know what? I'm going to show it. Why not? For those who have not seen it, I paid him some money because I have certain different stories in the work, and sometimes I have to put those stories aside because I have to concentrate on something else. And he did a commission for me for War Witch, and let me see if I can show you. Yes, this is the one. He finished it. Can I make this bigger as well? Let me double check again. Hope so. Yes. So let me remove this. So this is, he did this just within a week or so in between other projects. Jose, I mean, he's fast. He's really fast. Look at that. I gave him some how do you say, some references that I wanted to be, War Witch. This is the War Witch, by the way. He is big, he's strong, should be like Berserk, because there's a crossing between Final Fantasy and Berserk, maybe something different as well. But this is the main character. He did a spectacular job, and this is Sniper Sage, and I'm so happy. I'm so happy with this. Look at it, how many detail he crammed in this picture with the sniper. Look at that. Jesus Christ. I wanted to add some another character called Medic Mage, but well, it didn't fit, so we left it out. And I'm very happy with this as well. Look at that. All those tiny small details on her back, on her belly, in her jacket, in her face with the eye patch, with the sniper, and on her hand shoes, with the hat, with the eye, representing a sniper. And then we have, of course, War Witch himself. He has more pages than Cable from Marvel, and he has a big sword. The sword is a little bit more faded in the background behind, as you see the pointy thing. But that's how it is, and that's his handle. He just grabs the sword, and it looks spectacular. I'm really happy with what Jose is doing, and yeah, big props to him. I love his work. I like to work with him in the future. He's not cheap, but on the other hand, he is perfect for what I'm doing. And by the way, he's a great artist, so he deserves that money. So going back to Shotgun Samurai, this is the trading card that you are getting. As you can see, there's a lot of going on. Maybe it's a little bit tiny, and it's so you cannot see it. Hey, who's in the house? Genuine Comics. Hey, Dave, how you doing? And David Feed says, do you just dox your phone number and password, man? Be careful. Really? Did I? It wasn't visible, right? Oh. Okay, good. Thanks for reminding me, David. I need to be more careful. Well, the password wasn't visible. Was my password visible? I don't want it to go. Well, it's too late now. I'm going to rewatch my own video to make that sure. Sohan says, oh, Marinus has big plans. Yes. Red says, Jose is phenomenal. Yes, he is. That looks great. Looks like a crossover, says Soul Iron, between a manga sniper and a chaos cultist from Warhammer. Hey, that's a good one, by the way. Yeah, that's not a bad one. And then we have a lot of people here. When you logged on Twitter? Well, I know what you mean. The problem is, I'm going a little bit of a sidetrack. When I open a new tablet, a tab here, like here, and I go to here, and I pushed it, then it says that I need to log in, but I already logged in. So that's a thing with Twitter. It's not really good. So I'm not going to open it, but I think it's gonna be okay. Let's think positive, David. So yeah, Shotgun Samurai, really good. Bookmarks, yeah, cool. And then we have a from a shotgun and some blueprints. And then we have more posters, stretch goals. What's this? I produce shotgun samurai floppies for comic shops all over New York. Oh, this is oh, okay. They're already done. Oh, I like the floppies. Can I get the floppies if I want it? Let me double check. Oh man, working on the laptop takes a million years to scroll up. For books, no. 2 books, no. The Garcia cover, I probably would get this because, well, obviously. But I must say, all of them looks great. Yeah, this is neat more. All right, so if you like shotguns, samurais, ninjas, and whatever, I highly recommend, help this guy out. He deserves a little bit more eyes on this as well. And share it if you want. That would be nice. Okay, genuine. Dave, you are exactly right on time because, hey, we got Perfect 10. I just wanted to promote your book a little bit more. So everybody, the creator of Perfect 10 is in the house. Give him a round of applause. So what's this Perfect 10? Issue 2. About 10 is determined to redeem herself from a past she can't remember, even if it leads to her death. So Dave Brink, he is coming from Roermond, the Netherlands. He's my fellow Dutchie. And we talked in private. And yeah, we have some nice conversations. And I believe we're going to do that again soon. If you want, Dave, of course. I mean, if you don't want it, okay, too. But I think we should talk a little bit more. And yeah, so this is doing very, very good. Dave, now that you are in the chat, maybe you can help me. I haven't backed the first one, so I got issue 1 and 2. How did the first campaign do? Did it, equally good, or is it worse, or is this doing better? Can you elaborate a little bit in the chat? Would be nice. And then I, gonna get some water. Just give me a second, guys. Okay, he's not here. Or maybe he's typing. Doesn't matter. I'm going to drink some water. Here it is. The first campaign took 6 weeks to get to this point, and after that, it's kind of blew up. Yeah. So yeah, we had that as well. We are with the Blackhawk Manor. We are getting stuck at 70-75%, and then suddenly everything went into a roller coaster, and then we hit the goal, and now we are doing good. Could be better, of course. Every campaign should be better. It's never good enough. Everything should be better and higher. But yeah, man, you're gonna do fine. You're gonna do really fine. David says it's T-minus 3 days to payday. Oh man, can't wait to get Perfect 10. Yes. Do you get issue 1 as well, David, or is this 1 and 2 in 1? And then wait, Dave said we made over 9,000 fun on the first campaign. What? All thanks to a good comics community. That's great, man. Wow. I mean, superheroes, to be honest, superheroes is doing good on Indiegogo. I mean, there's a genre that everybody likes for most of the time. I mean, it's the go-to genre when it comes to comics mostly, except for European comics. That's a whole different ballgame. But yeah, when it comes to comics, superheroes is, when you do it good, by the way, it could be a hit. And the character Perfect 10, she is a great character. I love her costume, by the way. And we see here a lot of, spectacular action here. Great characters, new characters. Do we have here? I have to talk to you about the page count because I have a lot of questions. But Dave, we're going to do that soon because this is for personal reasons, by the way, not for other reasons. So 28-page full color action adventure superhero comic with national pinups, and we have here. So if you back 1 and 2, you have 52 pages, and then we have, of course, the mini poster by Clayton Barton and Federico Siuk. Probably butchered that. This looks amazing. Looks really good. Really good. I love this style, by the way. It looks more like a, this should be a cartoon or something like that. Looks spectacular. Nice. Amazing. So we got the exclusive mini poster only available in this campaign. And then we have the interior artwork with popping colors and some, I believe, new character. I think, not entirely sure because I don't have the first book. Soul Iron says, got issue 1 twice with a lot of add-ons. If you want to be very satisfy backer's perspective, ask me anything. And then Dave says, a lot of Turner influence. Yes, exactly. That's exactly what I mean, going back to a little bit to Clayton, he is probably one of the best Comicsgate artists out there. I mean, his art is so good. It's really high level. It should be, you know, on the same level like David Finch and Turner, because he's so detailed. He's just amazing. He deserves a lot of love, and this print looks spectacular. So, and then we introduce him to a group of superheroes. I saw your interview with, I believe, Bancroft, Dave. Not entirely, yeah, I believe it was Bancroft. And then you told that that he said that there's a lot of different characters and everyone looks different, and you explained it all. Yeah, looks cool. Can't wait to get this book. And then we have Mrs. Perfect 10 with the perfect layout, and the panels looks very dynamic, looks cool. Then we have a pose of a shot with the superheroes, and you get some extras as well. Pin-up section, nice. Eric Hudson, a sexy, very wet, and exhausted and flushed. Perfect 10, right? Jesus. It's fan art, by the way. Why are you going back, Marinas, to the crotch area? I don't know. And there's a second book, Power Trip. So this is a mini comic, I believe so, or something, or a complete comic with 3 different storylines introducing new characters, because Dave is doing some kind of shared universe thing, so he's building up his own, let's say, genuine comics universe with a lot of superheroes in it. So I'm looking forward to that, and looks really cool as well. And then we have also 24 pages. Auxilium is the first team. It reminds me a little bit of, I forgot the superhero book from Valiant Comics, Psylords or something. Could be wrong. Reminds me a little bit when it comes to the color scheme, with the red and the blue. Then we have Mandevil. Nice. And then we have American Blitz. She's probably she's gonna be a fan favorite, I guess, for certain reasons. I guess she's probably a very, very, very nice person. Yeah, helping people a lot. Must be the blue eyes. Okay. Dave says, mainstream can't afford Clayton anymore. Absolutely. No, they can't afford it. And that's fan art. You can believe it. Yes. Well, it's incredible how good that fan art looks, by the way. And Power Trip, an anthology book. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. That's nice. That looks cool. American Blitz, I want to make sure. And we have some stickers. It's by it's Chibi, by artist René Bergmans. It's probably Dutch name, I presume. David says, I love the guns from the armory gadget. Reminds me of the movie Violet. Violet, is that the movie with, you know, the girl from the Resident Evil? Mila Jovovich? Is that it? Remind me if I'm wrong. Ryu Maeve says, hey, a perfect 10. Always love the art from what I've seen so far. Respect. Ryu, by the way, is also Dutch. We come from the same country. And then, yeah, Genuine Comics Day says, thanks, Ryu Maeve. Nice. Partnership with Michael Oden's The Embrace. Oh, yeah, that was a thing too, right? Because you have a partnership with him. You get, if you back both books, you get a free crossover pinup between the Embrace and Perfect 10, as you can see here. I always am a sucker for skeleton faces, you know, in armor or, you know, in leather jackets like Ghost Rider. And this reminds me of the Superman villain, Atomic Skull, I believe. I always have a thing with, you know, skeletons and radiation or things in fire. I don't know. It just looks cool. It looks old school. I like that. And we have a half naked lady here in the back, which is also cool. And a big head. And an elephant. And then a troll-like monster. These probably are the villains. So, yeah. Great stuff, man. This is a red werewolf, by the way. And a plant monster. Probably villains, maybe heroes. This could be a hero, thinking. And from the looks of that, could be a monster. Yeah, overall, we need to share some love extra for Dave's project. Like I said, Dave, I think you're going to be all right. You're doing good. And this project will be even better. You are creating something really special here that people like. Comicsgate people like it. I like it. Yeah, and I stopped, you know, collecting superhero comics because of the whole shenanigans what they are doing with the big two. I can't stand it. But this one, you know, looks fresh, looks new, and I want to invest into that. So yeah, looks great. Okay, I'm gonna stop sharing because where's my share button? Can I stop sharing? Where's my stop sharing button? Stop screen. Here we go. Okay, go back to the chat. And they said, all right, Soline says, if you rent me, I can post a link in the chat. Make it a rule to only mod for people I like, but that's a given with you. Oh, thanks, man. Thanks. You are too kind. Now, must I say, I have no idea how that works with giving people wrenches. How I'm going to do that? Do I click on your name and then something happens? Let me check. Sohan says again, the red wolf is red in the first book. Yes. Okay. Looks great. So help me out, Sohan. How do I give you your chat? How does that work? Waiting for him to reply. Where do I go? Private chat settings. Maybe go to settings. No. Well, in the meantime, I can show you something, probably something different. Just give me a sec. Click on the flag next to the message. A flag next to the message. Okay. A flag. Where's the flag? I don't see a flag. Oh, wait a minute. Do I need to go up? I'm doing this from my laptop, by the way. So please give me a second. I'm a noob when it comes to this. Going up. Flag. Comments. Nope. I'm blind. Maybe I should figure this out. Wait a minute. Flag. Or can I do that through pin, timeouts, add moderator? Ah, look, wait a minute. I think I got it. So Iron is now moderator for your channel. Wow, I got my own first moderator. Can you believe it? Okay, so I'm gonna leave it up to you to share all the things that you want to share. if it's safe for work, by the way. So yeah, I think I covered a lot of topics, but we can always do something more. Do you want to see some campaigns or some new comics that I acquired? Because like I said, I have the, for those who just joined, I have the, acquired the Ragnarok book. Kind of, wait a minute. Where's the, click, 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 click. New comics as well. Hey, Yodam Dogstar's in the house. How you doing, man? So Ragnarok, Volume 3, fantastic book, hardcover by the one and only Walter Simonson. I love this book. I haven't read it, but I read the first two. It's super, absolutely super. So let me see what I can dig up a little bit more. Just give me a sec. So, a lot of comics here. So I got this package. Sometimes I buy, random comics from the internet. Oops, gonna rip the pages. And those mostly floppies. But I have something that was really surprising for me. First of all, Cobra. And the cover looks really, really good. Unfortunately, the interior is a little bit less spectacular, but there's been the English translation adaptations by Mark Wolfman. Mark Wolfman is a very known writer. He did Dracula for Marvel as well. Love Dracula, by the way. And then, so I'm going to put this on the ground. Then we have a Hulk. This one that was I'm missing. This is with the Pantheon. I love this the whole Pantheon storyline. Looks great. So yeah, as you know from my channel, I cover mostly older comics because I think personally those comics were the most fun. Of course, I grew up with the comics as well, so I'm maybe a little bit biased, maybe a lot. But yeah, I just grew up with all those fantastic comics with Sal Buscema and like I said, Mark Wolfman, Gene Colan, and a lot of other great people. So I'm a little bit biased, but sometimes I get a surprise from a comic creator because Matt Crooks, who is the creator of Kyrie, there's also still on Indiegogo. We chat a lot privately, and he sent me this. Krogan's Vengeance, because it has a similar art style of Kyrie, and the writer Chris Schweitzer did something. I forgot to get the other books. Here we go. He did Rock Candy Mountain, which is a really fun book about a hobo who is invincible. He can beat everybody because he made a deal with the devil, and he wants to find the Rock Candy Mountain because he lost his wife and son, or wife and daughter, in a train accident, and because he was getting called for war. He's going to the war, he comes back, and then there's a train accident. He lost his wife and kid, and then he became homeless, hobo, and he has some bizarre adventures. And he made a deal with the devil that he cannot be beaten by any man. And there's a very touching storyline. Unfortunately, what I didn't know, and Matt also didn't know, that when we ordered the comics, he ordered the comics for me, and these are, how do you say, comics from Johnson Country Library. So I paid new price for a half-broken, very unsatisfying comic. The interiors and the story is very cool, but what I meant to say is the quality. It has bumps, it has bruises, it has stickers on it. So that's just unfortunate. I really love the story, by the way, and the art is something different. It reminds me of Kyries, but also this is from Chris Schweitzer. I mean, no, yes, it's Chris Schweitzer. As you can see, there's a lot of comical and but also very mature themes going in here, and the art is not for everyone. I know that, and from here. So Chris said that Chris Schweitzer did some kind of trilogy. It's about, it has some real story life elements. It's fic, by the way. It has, as you can see here, and of course this is the pirate book, and it's black and white, and it's also the same art style, but then in black and white. It's not for everyone, I know that, but I had a really fun time reading this. I didn't also know this was from Oni Press. It's also fun putting this away too. So what do we have here? I got some old school comics. Here we go. We have some action comics. What's with the light here? Okay. And this is classic Superman. I love this kind of stuff. Let's go back to the chat a little bit. I forgot. I have to scroll up a little bit. Just give me a second, please. What does the chat say? Yodam is here. Nice. And he says, how's life in Finland? And I'm in Switzerland at the moment. It's finally getting warmer. Yeah, I'm happy that we are past the winter. And he says, sure. I can imagine Jerry Grob in modern comics looking back later, and they think they had the best Yeah, that's a very good one, Dave, because people now, well, you can fault it because we are at an age, and when my dad says, well, everything was better when in the yesteryears, everything was better 100 years back, and I said, well, right. I'm living the best life now. I just grew up in the 80s and the 90s with the comics, so this is the best. But the problem is that people just born in the 90s or mid 2000s, they don't know that, and they mostly don't want to go back to those era. Unfortunately, although those were the best era, because, well, that's my opinion. And my opinion is never wrong because it's my opinion. But yeah, it's terrible that they are growing up with those terrible social justice warriors with the race swapping. Because when I go into Twitter and I see a person, hey, yeah, I love Iron Man, and but they are showing pictures from the movie and Loki, who Loki is now a feminized guy, when Loki, from 80s 90s, he was a badass villain. It's really good, and now he's just a soy boy, unfortunately. Okay, what do we have more? Saw says, the word Cobra is a way to draw my attention. I like the animal, the comic appearance, and the G.I. Joe enemy. So every time someone says Cobra, I'm like, yes, here I am. Here I'm interested. I don't get that at all. But okay. Oh, yeah, sure. Cobra from G.I. Joe. I've almost forgot that one. Man, they need to make a new cartoon. And then it says, probably two. I colossal, pretty sad. Genuine Comics says, wrong Scandinavian country. Ryume says, yeah, Cobra rules, G.I. Joe. Yeah. And then Soul says, love the logo. It's so fashionable. Yeah, it is. A man needs to save a woman. Seems misogynistic to me. That can be right. Wow. Yeah, no, that's yeah, very misogynistic. Or maybe it can be true. I mean, a man can save a woman. I mean, imagine if a building was on fire, and then a fireman just climbing up the ladder, and the people screaming, "No, save me, save me!" And then a woman says, "No, you can't touch me, because if you touch me, you're a toxic white male. I need to be saved by a woman." I mean, can you imagine if that's gone? Man, people are nuts, man. So Anne says, we're in an age where people tend to applaud mediocrity. a lot, unfortunately. But still a great area to live in because you can enjoy the old stuff and lots of new stuff. Totally agree with that. Yeah, you're right. Unfortunately, we can. Fortunately, I mean to say, we can always go back to greatness. Um, but I wish greatness was still here, and there's still diamonds in the rough, and there's still great comics, but not much in the mainstream anymore. We have to look into indie comics because there is where the future of comics lies nowadays, unless Marvel and DC going to do a radical change. But I don't think that will ever be. That's not going to happen. No. Sounds like I need to create a Cobra villain for the next book. Yeah, do it, do it, do it. A new Cobra villain. That's I Cobra villains. I mean, there is Cobra in DC Comics. There's a Snake Clan in Marvel. We have, of course, Cobra in G.I. Joe. Yeah, I think you need to work your ass off with this one, Dave. I think people will really love it if you try to create a new Cobra-like character. I mean, snakes. I mean, everybody loves snakes, right? Sometimes. Solan says, Genuine Comics, you know that you don't have to tempt me to buy the next book, but I like that. Yeah. Let's do it. So, again, Superman, we have here. Okay. I got the Monster MD. I did a video, a review, and I got also the Rob Willis cover. This is a mini cover comic. Unfortunately, the interior is not as spectacular as the outside, but I must say the comics were very, very fun, and I want to have part 2. Definitely worth recommending. Also got the sketchbook. Looks great. A lot of pages. Well, you cannot see it, but hey, forget what I said. The highlights, what I really recommend is this comic. Black Science, Image Comics. There's 9 trade paperbacks. Buy it, buy it, buy it, buy it. It's fantastic. It's really, really good. It's about traveling to other dimensions because they think some scientists, they think, hey, new energy source, let's open a portal, get the energy source, or discover things. Things go horribly wrong. Families, people dying from the team, but since they are in another dimension on Earth, they or Earth-like, there's also other people, copies of them, from that timeline. Well, not copies, but same people. They are meeting them, people dying a lot. Fantastic stuff. Black Science, buy it. Okay. Then we have Monster D looks badass. Yeah, absolutely. I'm not sure if you backed it, but I read the comic. It's about, I believe, 80 pages or something like that. It's really, 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 really good. Well, it's more like it's really good, and what I mean, it's fun, and that's what comics is all about, in my opinion. Comics should be fun. Comics should not be political. Well, not much in any way. Comics should not be, lecturing people. Comics should be a roller coaster. When you go into a real roller coaster, you put money in it. You give money to the person behind the counter. You get in the roller coaster and you go wee, and then after the roller coaster, you feel good. You feel satisfied, and you want it to go again. So that's why you need to buy the next comic. You want to be satisfied again because you want to feel the next roller coaster ride. Yeah, that's how I feel. Solan says, when you enter my apartment, I have a huge ceramic bust of a cobra head above the doorframe. The females in my family are not fans of it. No shit. Why? Why you do that? You're nuts, man. Dave says, I'm not a fan of not using the interior artist to do the cover. People need to see what they get immediately. Exactly. There's nothing wrong with alternative covers. They do that a lot with on Kickstarter, by the way. They are let's say I don't mind alternative covers. I really like alternative covers from different artists, but you need to know. Well, at least you have one cover with the artist that made also the anterior cover. I mean, then people know what they're getting. And then if you do a second cover from a different artist as well, that's cool. That's nothing wrong. But don't say, oh, we have some beautiful cover that you see a lot at the mainstream comics. And then when you open the interior art, it's, oh, shit. Marvel does doing that a lot, by the way. It's really crap. So not with this one. I got the... Okay, click this away a little bit. Avengers with... I don't know who that is. The Elf Queen. Have no idea. Then I have another Avengers classic, Wrath of the Weatherman. Don't know that either, because it was all before my time. So I'm picking this up randomly, and this is a Gene Colan cover, if you can see. I believe it's Gene Colan. Let me double check before I say something stupid again. Yeah, this must be Gene Colan. If I see... Is this Gene Colan? Can you help me out, guys? The cover, I mean. Prison at the Thermal Man. Pyron the Thermal Man. Could be wrong. And then... Yeah, Red Eyes, of course. Back Red Eyes from David Feed. Fantasy, dark fantasy book. 2 comics right now. Back the whole package. Yeah, you get the story in one go. Good stuff. Yeah, indeed. Love old school adventures with Thor, Iron Man, Captain America, Vision, even Wonder Man and the Beast. I mean, those are classics. Really good. We have Soul Iron says again at Genuine Comics. I'm with you on that. Justice League's Odyssey was a bummer for me. On the first 2 books, everything was nice. Stepyan Sejic. Is that how you say it? Stepyan Sejic. Great art, by the way. And from episode 3 and 2 look like ass. Yeah. I haven't followed the Odyssey. I like Stepyan. I'm not sure how it ended, by the way. Justice League Odyssey. Wasn't that with, Firestar, Jessica Cruz, Green Lantern, Darkseid, of course, and Orion, or the son of Darkseid, and some other. I believe. Was the story crap? Why was the story, by the way, except for the art? David says. We have Dave and David. Genuine Comics is Dave, and David Feed is David. I had my anterior dude ink the cover and the star artist friend colorist, and his star artist friend colorist. Well, it's really good. Your covers looks really fantastic. Check it out on Indiegogo. So what do I have more? I'm a big Ghost Rider fan because, well, not because, I collect American comics from the 90s, so everything before was almost now impossible to get. I get this one, the old school Ghost Rider, and what I noticed when I start to reading it, sorry for the glare and the shinings, is that this Ghost Rider, Johnny Blaze, his alter ego, the Ghost Rider persona, he's vicious. He is, yelling, cursing, laughing, torturing people. Great stuff. So I get this one as well. So if you have Ghost Rider comics from the 70s and you want to, or 80s, and you want to get rid of it, call me. I want them, all of them. I'm a big fan of this Ghost Rider. This is with the Water Wizard, lame character, by the way, but he's fun. And then this one I still need to read. Damn it, with the glare. I cannot change it, sorry. So Ghost Rider, this is a truck. He's falling. Great stuff. Look at it, how he falls, man. So cool done. I mean, he has a skeleton face, but he also has a throat, so that's weird. Then we have Iron Man with Centurion. Also a classic. Love that. And I got another Ghost Rider with the Arabian Nights. Another, how do you say? Speaking of representation, we have the Arabian Nights. Is this racist? The guy with a turban on, floating on a flying carpet. Is that racist nowadays? Maybe I should bring them up about that ears. Mayhem in the Middle East. So yeah, Arabians are not looking like that anymore. So this must be racist, right? Probably. Okay, going back a little bit to the chat. Just call him Hans to avoid confusion. Yeah, that's probably a better word because it's Hans Angel. But also David Feed. Maybe you should call yourself Hans, David. It's confusing. Hans always sounds like a movie villain. Yeah, a German movie villain. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Very stereotypical, but yeah, true. So Iron says, story was neat. Justice League's Odyssey had Saints, Space, Azrael, Batman. Yeah, I forget that one. Yeah, which was a nice idea, but the divides in quality between the covers and interiors got insanely big. Yeah, that's, like I said, that's the problem with a lot of mainstream comics, and then when you open the book and oh Jesus Christ, and that's what I said with a lot of comics from. Put this away. Just give me a second. On the floor with Dynamite Comics. The interior and the outside art looks fantastic, but I can put this away. Looks fantastic because this is just an alternative cover, but the interior art looks way different. This is also a zombie alternative cover by Arthur Soydam. Probably butchered that name. He did Marvel Zombies covers. But yeah, and then you open up and oh god, why? I got a crossover. No, wait, there's something in it that I need to put away. Come on. Okay, that's not gonna working. I got Mobius covers. This is my first Mobius comics. I didn't know there was a Mobius comic. Let me look at on my YouTube channel. How does that look with the shining? Okay, well, could be better, but if I do this, okay, here. So we got Mobius. This is a more like heavy metal, or yeah, it's more like heavy metal. Different stories. And this is probably black and white, different stories. And we have, of course, Mobius, but it's a more continuous story. I love Mobius. So good. Here, classic Mobius. Probably cannot see it very well because of the weird lighting. Wait a minute. Just give me a sec again. If I open this up a little bit, it's going to be better. Yeah, a little bit. So Mobius comics, I didn't know, so I need to hunt the rest down as well. I had Power Man, Hawkman, Secret Origins, when Power Girl was still Power Girl and Hawkman was still great. Well, I must say the latest Hawkman is pretty good. Great art, by the way, from I don't know who did it, but the art of the latest Hawkman they released from DC Comics was pretty good. I need to get the trade paperbacks. Then what do we have more? No, this is not interesting. We have Dr. Fate and the Blue Devil. I never liked the Blue Devil, but it's some kind of Secret Origins. I mean, I think the Secret Origins was not so secret at all. They just changed stuff in there to look at more interesting. Same with the Deadman. Deadman is a nice character, by the way, and the Spectre. How he came to be, very cool. Yeah, I love those old school characters. So going back to the chat again. Oh, look who's in the house. Me Barbers, Bastolian Davis in the house. Hey man, how you doing? Welcome. Hope you have a great day, man. And do you have a favorite comic book run you read over and over? Yeah, oh, that's a good one. Yeah, which one? I love old school. Well, old school. I love the old Fantastic Four from the 80s. You know, when all these characters are getting introduced, like Doctor Doom by Kirby, Annihilus, the Frightful Four. Where is the Frightful Four, by the way? Oh man. Yeah, those comics I read a lot. Frightful Four was such a great, cool concept. But I read mostly Justice League from the 80s, and I see that my battery is dying, so I'm going to continue your question. Just give me a second, because otherwise the stream is falling out, and that's not what we want. It's more like DC stuff. I'm a DC guy. I love the Flash, the Green Lantern, the Justice League, old Superman comics like this one. But if it's just a series, that's a hard one, by the way. I believe Ghost Rider. Yeah, I'm like I said, I'm a Ghost Rider fan, so I always go back to those comics. I love the Midnight Suns run with with Blade, with what's the name? Why am I forgetting? Morbius, with Johnny Blaze, with Danny Ketch. Those are comics that I always go back to, because those were the times that I had the most fun with comics, that I have have a big smile on my face. But mostly Kirby stuff. Yeah, I believe that's the better word. Everything from Kirby. Kirby evokes so much in me when it comes to fantasy, when it comes to ideas. He is so far ahead in his time. When he drew something on his page, I have to look at the page for maybe a minute or so to figure out what's going on, because he was so out there. So it's not psychedelic or something, or hippie like. It's more, what he created was pure fantasy, was pure science fiction, just like with Mobius. If I open up a Mobius comic, then I get absorbed in the world that they are creating. And that I had the same thing with Jack Kirby. And when he did the Fantastic Four, he lay out his panels, all the fantastic machinery. I mean, do you remember that when Dr. Doom used to have a handgun, like a pistol that shoots gas or something, or that he used his glove, that coming ray beams or laser beams out of it? That was fantastic. I mean, there was a time that, Dr. Doom, uses technology to defeat enemies, and with his robots and the technology and giant weapons, and now he just uses magic, and that feels a little bit different for me. So yeah, Jack Kirby all the way. Jack Kirby, absolute. Going back, cheers for the plugs, Sol. Yeah, of course. Maybe I should go a little bit up. I forget. Another one. Okay, we had that. Then we have Solan says, love old Annihilus, always discover new things about you I like. Oh, great, thank you. Live to give. Yeah, Annihilus was great. And then we have Blastar, of course, from the Negative Zone. I mean, those villains were so cool and new. Just like with the old, Spider-Man comics, when those old villains, and that's I need to go back a little bit. When you have the Batman villains, Scarface, not Scarface, but Two-Face, Penguin, Mr. Freeze, Riddler, they are still holding up. Joker, of course. But they are still holding up when it comes to danger. But when it comes to Spider-Man comics, unfortunately, and we have Dr. Octopus, Electro, the Lizards, the Scorpion, the whole Sinister Six villains. You don't see them in comics anymore. And if they are there, like the Beetle, they're getting, defeated in 1 second by those second-rate wannabe Spider-Mans and Kamala Khans, which is ridiculous. They don't hold danger or pose danger anymore to Spider-Man, which is a really shame because I think Electro was still dangerous guy, Dr. Octopus as well, but they are just shoving them aside. I know they need to create new villains, but I want to see a new Green Goblin, Spider-Man feud again, but then differently. I don't know. It just feels lame now when it comes to. I mean, they have the Mr. Negative. I'm not a really big fan of him. And besides that, what is more a memorable villain that they created for Spider-Man? I don't know. Don't no. Bring back the old guys. The old stuff works always the best. Dave says, or Genuine Comics says, my favorite Marvel villain was UFOs. Yeah, when I read them about as a little kid, they were also the Unieken in Dutch. Love Iron Christopher's design. Yeah, they are now back in the Immortal Hulk storyline. UFOs, man, they were so great. You have Ironclad, you had X-Ray that resembles the Human Torch. Then we have the gas girl, what's her name? Vapor or something. And then we have Simon Utrecht as Vector, that can repel stuff. It's great stuff. Yeah, man, those are cool villains, man. Yeah. Solan says nowadays Annihilus is more of a punching bag. Exactly. That's what I said with the old villains. When they are just fodder for Spider-Man, and years ago they are just posing a genuine threat to him, and now are just disposable. Yeah, just like Taskmaster. Yeah, Taskmaster was also when they introduced him in the Avengers. He was a villain to be recognized, to be reckoned with, and now he's a pussy. He is scared of the Black Widow. Are you kidding me? He has the photo. What's the photogenetic or something? He can photo reflexes. He can copy that, and then can use Spider-Man style, Iron Fist style, Elektra style. He's a badass. He should be a badass, but he isn't. I don't know. I don't get Marvel. I don't get it at all. It's easy to break a character if you don't write him properly. Yeah, absolutely. Then we have. By the way, just look up the UFOs since I don't remember the name. You do see some for your. You do see some influencer for your genuine verse characters there. Yeah, they are. There's and that's how you create good comics. You take the best from what you grew up with that you love, and then you implement it in your own comic in a different way, and then you expand upon that. That's how you do it. That's how we do it. Dave says, I just like the sensation of that era, the excitement I felt as a kid, so I'm trying to channel that somehow, I suppose. You and I, Dave, we are on the same page, man. That's how I feel as well. Absolute. Yeah. Then when I as you know, I got the complete set of ROM. I only know ROM from those Dutch Marvel comics, the translated ones, and they introduced me to ROM, but I never, could get a hold of the single issues. Then, I got to eBay and I got the whole collection. Cost me a fortune, by the way, but I have them now all. And I read the first 10 issues, and I feel like a kid again. I just, want to get, where's issue 11? Where's issue 12? I want to read what's next. You want to go on and on and on because it's so good written. The character's great. And you have the feeling that you are, like I said, like a kid again, because it evokes the emotion that you had, when you was a boy. And then, and that's not what I feel much anymore. And that's a shame, and to be honest. Struggle makes a hero a hero. If you can one punch everything with ease, there's no tension and no payoff. That's what modern comics sometimes get wrong. That's a good one. I got the same with when Galactus got, being slapped around like a bitch by Modern 4. The there was a storyline with the Endless Winter, I believe, and 4 was his heralds, and then Galactus ate 5 planets, became more powerful than ever, and then somehow 4, with his Odin powers in combination with the Herald powers, just beat Galactus like a little bitch. And then I stopped. I just, okay, that's it. I'm over. I'm out of here, because Galactus, even there's on internet, there's a lot of articles that even Odin at full force could not defeat Galactus. He should be weakened before Odin gets defeats Galactus. And then I saw this, I believe Donny Cates wrote him. I heard that he's a great writer, but that part that makes me tune out. I mean, Galactus should be a force to be reckoned with. He is a universal threat. His name means death. And when Galactus comes, civilizations, worlds fall. And Ford just slapped him around. Like I said, it's defeat him in seconds. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. So now that Galactus, if Galactus comes in, I don't know, maybe in a half year or in a year in a new storyline, how can I, look at him and say that, oh, well, that's Galactus. He's a threat. No, he's a bitch. Come on, it's ridiculous. I mean, Galactus shouldn't be put out like that so easily. He needs to be brought down in certain way, in some kind of fashion. I don't know. It's just, it makes no sense to me. Also, if a minority character would be on PC to get them really hurt, and they can have that. Yeah, true. Bristolian Dave says, I'm a lover of Doc Ock. Yeah, me too. Me too. I love Doc Ock. I love the old school Doc Ock. And even though I didn't realize that myself, but when he was wearing the Hydra costume, when he was the clone of Peter Parker, I even like that part as well. But old school Ock is where it is, with the full haircut, with the glasses, and his chubby size, and his green costume with the orange. Looks great. He's a great guy. Yeah. Kinky. Yeah. And Dave says, One Punch Man get the overpower hero angle right? Yes. I must say I only watched the anime. I haven't read the comics, but I think I should, put more effort to acquire those comics. Looks really fun. I think at least I acknowledge the boring perspective and runs with the idea. Yeah, One Punch Man, so strong he can, one punch people, but they did it so well that from the anime, and of course not the manga, that he isn't boring at all. He is not, oh, he's so overpowered that makes him boring. No, he's not, because he's quirky, he is weird, he is sometimes emotionless, he has a very unique character that makes him very appealing to look at and to identify or not with him, but it makes it fun. Manga tends to pretty much everything right. I wonder why. I don't know. I think they genuinely care for those characters in every aspect of the way. I'm not entirely sure. I'm just filling in the blanks. When I read Berserk and other manga, I always, I'm invested, because they take the time to flesh out what makes them great, and even their weaknesses, their faults, they flesh out the characters really good. Even the minor characters that you don't care at all getting fleshed out, because they are part of the universe, part of the storyline. And instead of a useless throwaway side character, they put effort and time to flesh that character out, and that's worth applauding. They do that really good. Sohan says, indeed, I could work there too. Otherwise, the whole series will be a total snooze. Yes. Yeah, I love Doc Ock. Yeah, I really do. He's a great villain. So what do I have more? I have some, we have here Vartox, an old school villain who is not a villain anymore, but this is a very old comic. I mean, you can see it at the art style. Then I have 3 issues of something that really surprised me. It's called, I didn't know that this comic existed. It's called Clash, with drawn by Adam Kubert. And there are 3 issues. And what is this all about? This is about a very selfish individual that is a treasure hunter, and he and his dad is, do treasure digging, and he is so careless that he let his, his squeeze, is not really a girlfriend, die, and he always is there for the money, for the quick cash. So he did somewhere in the Arabian countries, in the Eastern countries, a deal gone wrong. His girlfriend, well, not so girlfriend, is dead because of him. He doesn't care. He just sleeps the next couple of days with another squeeze, and then he get the lead to a digging site, also somewhere in the Middle East. And then they are going there, and the people there in the village that needs to help him don't like him very much because they have a history. And then they found a digging site, and they go down into the digging site, and there's a whole new, well, not new world, but like a city, maybe I can show it. Here's issue 1. And then something happens. There is something there was before. Let's say he acquired some very strange powers. So this is the art, by the way. Adam Q is so good, so detailed. It's freaking fantastic, that guy. And then they are going down, as you can see here. There's a city on the ground, and there is some device there is digging, going deeper and deeper and deeper. They are discovering things, and people are scared. They want to go down, and then his father is hit by a certain energy, and his flesh is seared. He can see the future or something like that. And then his son is gonna experiment on himself, and then suddenly he's getting power more than he has ever before. But he's a scumbag that he only cares about themselves. And then he is doing something like this. He punches a man to death that bullies him, but he deserves it. And then he wants to conquer a certain area, and then he becomes a conqueror. And he's a big scumbag. I didn't know that this comic existed. So I haven't read Clash 1, 2, and 3, but this is great, man. This is great storytelling. I mean, instead of having a mostly characters that are created that you like the characters, right? You are invested in them, but this guy is a scumbag. He's a bastard. I'm going to read it. Your name is Joe McClash. Clash to your friends. You were born in Brooklyn, August 6th on the 1967. Someday you are going to be a king of the world. That's just how it is. And he's this power is going through his head. He's killing people. He's like, again, selfish. He's only there for the quick riches. And I'm applauding for making a story about a very unlikable character. So I'm not sure how this is going to end, but if you can get this, Clash, DC Comics, Adam Kubert, get it. Okay. And that's basically it. Yeah, I think that's it. So back to the comic section. Restolian Day says, it's because of the Japanese care about story and character and history. They have no time for social. I believe that you meant to say no time for social justice crap. Yeah, indeed. And hopefully it stays that way. I love all of the comics you bring up that I have never heard of. Give me a lot of research. Oh, great. Yeah, glad I could help, man. Yeah, let's maybe it's more that I'm looking outside of the box instead of it's same with I'm going to bring this up for the third time. Ragnarok, Dave. If you never heard of it, this is the third volume by Walter Simonson. From the Marvel artist that did 4. This is Zombie 4. Fantastic comic. Get it? Ragnarok by IDW. Get it? This is the last time I showed a comic. What I'm trying to say. Yes, like I said, with Clash, I'm just always looking for weird, different stuff and then try them out. And sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. But yeah, I think, again, with the classics is where the true fun lies. And I'm not saying there's no fun in modern comics, but I don't know, it doesn't get me the same feeling when I open a comic like Clash or Ghost Rider or somewhere else. If fun-loving space mercenaries and pirates are more your thing, check out Tales from the Netverse by Sim. Yes, check that out. Sim is a great guy. He's a fun guy. He's also at a part of Sugar Chris's YouTube channel. Check out Sugar Chris. It's not Kino Subway, but Jesus Christ, I forgot his YouTube channel. Let me double check. Yeah, Kino Subway. Kino Subway is the channel. Check that out. It's really good. Dave says, by the way, the entire popular villain becomes a hero trope has become run its course. Yes, I think popular villains are often loved because they are the villains. Yeah, for instance, well, it's not really a villain, but when it comes to Venom, Venom was a cool anti-hero. Well, was not really a hero, but now they made him a hero. People love him. I don't because I love Venom as more like a villain. Just like with Absorbing Man, he is with the Immortal Hulk storyline with his wife. Juggernaut also doesn't do it for me. I mean, villains should, well, I don't say villains should be villains, but they are villains for a reason. The balance between heroes and evil guys needs to be obtained. So because you never see, or almost never see, superheroes turn bad permanently, right? They are always doing something stupid and then eventually going back to the hero roots. And maybe they're doing with the villains as well, but I think villains should be villains. Just like Boomerang, he's now Spider-Man's friend, and I don't. Okay, Clash looks good. Yeah, it really is. Can I show some art again? Maybe some of the first pages. So let me show it to you. Give me a second. So here it is. He's fighting. Okay, let me putting away a little bit here. He is, fighting, and then his girlfriend is getting shot, and then he says, "Well, too bad, I have to run." And then she's, dead, lying there in the streets of a country that wants her dead, and well, she's dead now. Yeah, it's sad. And then the next day, he, hooking up with another girl. Because he says, well, I got a girl and we broke up and now he has sex with this girl. So he's a scumbag. So, yeah, Clash, really recommended. It's really fun. Not sure how it ends, but hey. Yeah, thank you very much, So Iron, for promoting me. Interesting stuff. Look that up. Yes, you should. Running a little. Hey, Rod. There is it, the man. Hey, Rod. Follow Rod. Looper. He is the man. He is working on the Black Tiger comic with. Why am I forgetting? Let me double check real quick. With Jesus Christ, I'm a sucker. Sorry, man. My brain. Genuine Comics? No. Oh yeah, John from Beyond. John from Beyond by Beyond Timing. He did. He's doing Magna, by the way. Check out Magna. And but this Black Tiger is now doing a part 2. Rod Looper is the artist. Check that out. And Rod and I are doing something as well. But that's for later, very later. Can't say anything about it yet. But we are talking a lot. I can say that, Rod. It's not really a big secret, but or maybe I just spoiled it. No, I didn't. let's move on. Forget it. I cut this part out. Sub to Sucker Chris for morning roast streams and comic reviews. Check that out as well. And then the channel is now actually called Sugar Chris. Really? Okay, he changed it. He's donning his Sugar Chris persona. That's great. That's great. And then Puppy Killer Cruella de Vil has her own movie now. Can't wait to not see that. Oh man. Yeah, that's. I mean, it's terrible what they are doing. It's terrible. It's terrible. What do we have here? More. Hey, Rods, follow Rods. Great. What's up, bro? John Hervey. That's one. I'm so bad with names. I always remember the Twitter names, but when it comes to the real names, John Hervey. Follow him as well on Twitter. He's great. He's a nice guy. He's very dedicated. He's also very passionate, by the way. Check him out. And then we have, just gave you a follow, Rod. Hey, good man. Good. And then we have Soul Iron, says, put euros in time. Sign up for the Black Tiger 2 mailing list. Absolutely. Check out Rod's arts, also on ArtStation. He's a fantastic artist. He deserves more love. And his work is fantastic. Yes. Thanks a lot, Genuine Comics. I appreciate it. Give some tips. Magna the Last Pantheon, Volume 1. Check it out on Indiegogo. Fantastic comic. Comic is done, by the way. Sorry, Dave. Sorry, Rod. I mean, I'm working on your feedback right now. Really? Okay. So, okay, give me what you got. I'm very curious because I have a lot of ideas. I don't know, man. Emma Stone as Cruella. I think I had a dream about that at some point. What kind of dream would that be, Brazilian Dave? Yeah. A lot of whipping, I presume. Rod says, yes, John is a very passionate guy about his creation and comics. Yeah. When you watch him on streams, he is he's a little bit like me. He likes to talk about comics. He's very passionate and he's going very deep into context. And you see that he has a really genuine love for the industry. And although I'm a little bit more critical sometimes when it comes to comics, but what has nothing to do with the crowdfunding, by the way. But Rod is, I mean, Rod is the artist. I mean, John is a great guy. He has heart, and that is not what a lot of people have nowadays, in my opinion. He really wants to do this, and it shows. Very great. So yeah, do I have something more? Maybe I can show you. Let me think. I think I've got the most. I only got. No, I think here in this room I have a lot. I've only this one to show. I still need to read this. God's Hands. It's about, and I got a lot of goodies, by the way. Look at that. Stickers, prints, a lot of them. So this is about almost 80 pages or something around 80 pages. Volume 1. I can't tell nothing about it because I haven't read it. Maybe I'm going to do that today, but I need to go in a little bit to somewhere else. So I'm wrapping this up. Rod says, we need more fellas like him in the street. Absolutely. Yeah. More passionate guys. I think when we have passionate guys, magic will create when it comes to comics. I really believe that. Yeah, absolutely. Sub to John from Beyond on YouTube. He's good people. Check it out. See, that's how we do it. We promote each other. We help each other. We give more eyes to new comics, to comics that people don't have heard of, or maybe don't even know they existed. And that's how we do it in here. All right, we help each other. We promote each other, and that's good. Everybody wins. Rob Glupper, amen to that. Yes. I got God Hands 2. Looks great. Yeah, like I said, I haven't read it, so I'm probably digging in, but I have to, go back to, first of all, I'm going to do a workout, training, and then I'm going do a little bit of renovation, and then I'm going to read a comic, and I'm going to write stuff. Yeah, that's my goal for today. Not sure if I can do that all in one go, but yeah. So Soul Iron says, sign up for Justice City Chronicles Volume 1 from the God Sans creator. Limited trading card. Wait a minute. Oh, why don't I know that one? Let me double check that real quick. Justice Chronicles. Hey, I didn't know this existed. A futuristic superhero tale of war, corruption, and the bonds of family. Really? Well, that looks great. Oh, wow. Thank you, Soul Iron, for reminding me. That looks absolutely amazing. Wow, the detail. Check out the page. Looks really good. Rod says, yeah, this is the way to promote each other and we grow together. Exactly. And then, you know what? I think then we also get more people like Genuine Comics, like Dave. He said to me, and also in other streams, that when he joined Comicsgate, or the people that he's surrounded with Comicsgate, that people are open to new guys, new creators, new artists, new writers, and we need to grow. I think it's really good that the more we do this, help each other genuinely. I think the bigger our industry, or that's a big word, our group is going to grow, and then new people start to come in as well, and then we can all learn from each other, help each other, and it's always good for everyone, not for just one person who sits on the top on an iron throne. No, we need to help each other. We need to help the little guys and the big guys as well. And if we all do that, I think we can create really special comics. Yeah, that's what I really believe. So Iron says, one of the most fun recent Morning Roast episodes was about that book. Also, the one where I timed out Greg. Let me get the link. Yeah, let's, because I didn't know that Justice City Chronicles existed. 70 pages, classic story. What's it all about? I'm going to read it real quick. Takes place in a great nation of Etora, which has prospered for many years, but the enemy from its past threatens to destroy everything. Follow our young warrior Nero as he comes to terms with a harsh new reality and learns firsthand the consequences of war. Oh, sounds good. And Rod says, so many good comics on indie right now. Yeah, I am amazed. I mean, there are comics out there that rivals or surpass the mainstream comics. It's unbelievable. The hilarious form funny morning roast stream with Justice City Chronicles. Okay, that's in here. Yoda's Darkstar says a smiley face. Cool. And then So Iron says, Anthony Figaro is a great dude who has rockstar level anecdotes. Really? Okay, I don't know. Oh yeah. And Anthony Figaro is the creator of God Hands. I chatted only once on a stream, and that's also the stream that I backed his comic. Yeah, I need to find out more about him. Hey people, give some like on the streaming and share it everywhere to help this channel grow, and this is good for us to promote more in comic. Thank you so much, Rob. Yeah, thank you for helping me, and everyone here in the chat, by the way, helping me, sharing my videos, and being here constantly, talking about comics. And I must say, this is actually a fun stream because I did it just on the fly. I didn't announce it anywhere. I just just like last time with Genuine Comics with Dave, I just popped up. I talk about comics, and then people are just coming in the chat, and then we have a fun stream. out of the blue. Nothing is planned here. Just going on the fly, doing my stuff. Nothing is pre-planned or scripted or anything. I'm the real deal. Yeah. So I'm running this up. Everybody, thank you for coming, staying, watching, talking with me, chatting with me, thinking with me, throwing ideas around. I hope the comics that I showed you that you have a lot of fun with, if you find them and if you want to read them. If you have any suggestions, for me next time, or you want me to cover a certain topic, just throw me a link on Twitter, and then see what I can do. So for now, oh wait, Dave is still here. Now get back to work. Okay, I'm going back to work. Where's my pen? Oh, no, I need to drink my first, otherwise I cannot do it. Hey, thanks for watching. See you next. Well, people still chatting with me. What's going on? Was a good time. Have a nice day, guys. Exactly. Rod, front stream later all. Thanks, Yoda, for stopping by. Rod says, I love the streaming. Keep going. We are going how long? 2 hours? Almost 2 hours. Well, I have to go to a workout soon, so unfortunately I cannot go to a stream. But next time, you know what? I'm gonna send you a link when I'm gonna stream again, Rod, and you can join if you want on the stream. That's maybe a good idea that we're gonna do. That you're gonna join. Why not? It's gonna be fun. Let's produce more and more good comics. See you, bro. Yes, see you too, man. Bye, everyone. Okay. Bye, everyone. Again, thanks for watching. Till next time. Bye. For sure. And the broadcast.